NFL is freaking out after camera caught what they tried to hide at disrespectful Veterans Day game. After 3 months of perpetual protests and a continuing decline in ratings and revenue, the National Football League had a chance to start to mend the problem they created for themselves by doing the right and respectful thing for Veterans Day games. While on the surface there seemed to be some show of honor and praise for the military and our country, the camera caught something else they tried to hide. Now it's too late for the league, as the final nail has been hammered into the coffin of their season, and perhaps the sport and the NFL is freaking out. While it appreciated that there was some effort to honor Veterans Day within the anti-American NFL, one day of salutes and perhaps more players standing than before, DOES, and make up for 3 months of disgusting behavior. The boycott of the NFL is still in full swing, but there was something special planned for this past weekend in knowing that Veteran Day weekend and football games would collide. The constant disrespect that these players had shown all season so far was and going to be tolerated by those who have and are currently serving our country, using the NFL favorite excuse for still allowing kneeling during the national anthem, that it a player right to free speech to make such a statement. Veterans and others who support our military planned their own use of the First Amendment, regardless of what the league has set up to commemorate this day on their behalf. A massive Facebook group with hundreds of thousands of followers and likes called for a nationwide boycott of the National Football League on Veterans Day weekend. The site urges fans around the country to change the channel in solidarity with Americans who respect the national anthem, our flag, and those who serve to protect our rights and freedoms. The official statement from the site urges people not to watch or listen to NFL games on November 12 in solidarity with veterans around the country, as football players have continued to disrespect the national anthem, the American flag, and everything our nation stands for. And lastly, it adds that until millionaire football players stop protesting the national anthem of the United States, the site will be there encouraging patriotic Americans to boycott the National Football League. True to their word, everyone in the group seemed to follow through with the stated mission this weekend in a massive protest of their own that sent a very clear message. Their effort was certainly noticed as cameras caught the emptiest stadium seen this season, with far more vacant seats than filled ones. The Houston Texans are playing the Los Angeles Rams at the Los Angeles Memorial Coliseum this Sunday, and it looks like the kneeling controversy is still hurting attendance in a big way, according to the Gateway pundit. AP reports the Houston Texans defense is off to an impressive start against the high-powered Rams offense. Jadeveon Clowney and his teammates limited Jared Goff and the Rams to 131 total yards in the first half at the Coliseum, keeping Los Angeles out of the end zone entirely. The Rams entered the game with the NFL highest scoring offense at 32.9 points per game. Greg Zuerlein hit 3 field goals for the Rams, who led 9-7 at halftime. Zuerlein has already surpassed his previous career high for a season with 27 field goals in the first 9 games for the Rams, who are mediocre in the red zone despite their prolific points totals. Fox LA Sports anchor Liz Habib took snaps of today's game showing a more than half-empty Los Angeles Memorial Coliseum. The stadium is more than half empty well into the first quarter. This comes after months of NFL players publicly protesting the performance of the Star-Spangled Banner during pre-game ceremonies, which has caused millions of fed-up fans to change the channel, stop buying NFL merchandise, and boycotting their sponsors. The fact that there is so much resistance now against their show of resistance, with no signs of slowing down, shows that they're no coming back from the destruction they have caused this industry, at least anytime soon. We all know most football players are illiterates who really don't seem to be able to understand the negative repercussions their actions will have, but the owners should know better, at least if they care about saving the massive investment that DOES and seem to be the case as they prioritize allowing players to make a point over making profits. They should have told these entitled players from the start, you don't stand for the anthem, you don't play. It would have been so simple and would have saved their season, but now that time to do something about it has long since passed, and everything they desperately do now is only seen a move made in vain.